This is what the abbess of a virtual abbey looks like, okay? Kind of enough? I dress like a test pad and gone awry. All right. Give you more contact information at the end. All right, so basically what I'm going to talk about tonight, and I understand there's some bets going on about whether I can do this in 5 minutes, is about online communities, and essentially, that's funny, basically community management, because that's what I've been doing as the abbess of virtual admin on Twitter. What I'm going to do is give you 4 lessons that we've learned over the years that we've been on Twitter and praying, and then give you a list of tips, practical advice. If any of you are, I have debated in the car because I had so much time to do so, whether or not to do this, but if any of you follow the virtual Abbey and feel comfortable revealing that you do, if you would raise your hand, that would be great. Okay. Great, the atheist raises his hand. Oh, okay. Just shows to go. Thank you for making my point. Okay, the virtual Abbey is a trans-denominational interfaith community. We are rooted in the Benedictine tradition, which is it's a young thing. It's about 500 years of tradition. And basically what we do on Twitter is we offer the discipline of praying the liturgy of the hours, the daily office, which is a series of 7 times of prayer during the day. We offer morning prayer and night prayer. And a couple of days a week we offer midday prayer, we offer evening prayer a couple of days a week, and we offer something that one of our people calls guerrilla prayer, which is when somebody on the prayer team has just about had enough of his or her day and decides that they ought to pray and may as well drag the whole Twitterverse along with them. So that's not scheduled. And so as you can see, we've been on Twitter since 2009. Find out more about our history and how we started by going to our website. We started in, last year, I counted it, last year we had 1,918 followers, we're up to 3,000. Our tweets are over 40,000. We seem to grow exponentially. The number that following 979, and even though I trained as a sociologist, it was as a qualitative sociologist, so my numbers are always screwy, but what I decided to do was, when I came on as abbess, was to only follow back people who had actively participated in some way, either by tweeting or retweeting prayer, and that would give us at least some indication of how many people were actively following us, and we call them our followers. So how would we like an online health community? You can read. Okay, that really? Okay. Take a look at that, and then let's just zip through the learnings. First lesson learned, if you follow me on Twitter, you see I tweet this all the time. Virtual community is real community. It's not a metaphor, it's real community. So that leads to lesson 2. If it occurs in real community, it will occur in virtual community. There's no sudden magic thing that happens if it goes virtual. If it's a real community, you'll find it in virtual community. Positions and roles for real community must be established for virtual community. You don't get a free pass when you start a virtual community. You have to have structure, you have to have roles and positions. Everything happens fast in virtual community. This, I think, is the most important finding that I would really like you to think about and take in. I have come up with a 3-to-1 ratio. 3 months in real time equals 1 month in virtual time. And I just found this to be true for almost every single process, and I see this in healthcare communities as well. So here's the practical advice. Don't reinvent best practices. You already have them for your real communities. Use them in your virtual communities. Maintain the structure. Structure creates, as we know, both sociologically and psychologically, a safe container. People need structure. They want it. Don't abandon it just because you're virtual. Sustain standards, whatever you would do in real life, do it in virtual life. If you have mechanisms in your organization for people who are rude, crude, uncivil, and just actually should be kicked out, then do it in your virtual community as well. I am the abbess. I have kicked someone out. Adjust your timelines. That goes to the 3-to-1 ratio. And again, underscoring this because if you're creating and building an online community, do not sit around your conference table saying we want it to last 3 to 5 years. It's not gonna. It's just not going to. And so adjust your, and that goes with managing expectations. Have a very realistic expectations about how long it takes to grow, how long it will take before conflict comes up very quickly, and then how to say goodbye and let it die a peaceful death. We're still going. I'm vowing that it not die on my watch, but who knows? That's it. Oh, contact. Secular and sacred connections.